Guys, so I hope you can hear me okay. I know my iPhone is really not the best for videos. My amazing husband got me a wonderful new Canon camera for Christmas. It arrived broken. So we've ordered another camera. We've replaced that camera that came broken. It should be here soon. But in the meantime, I saw something on Facebook that I couldn't just not respond to. This has been one of the hardest Christmases of my life. For those who didn't know, our baby girl, our dog, Molly, passed away suddenly and unexpectedly from complications in what should have been a routine surgery. I cannot have kids due to my chronic illnesses, and our dogs are our children. And so Molly, she's our baby girl. We raised her from being 9 weeks old, and she was just a little over 3 years old, about 3.5, and she's our world. I mean, it was very, very unexpected. It was a very tragic death, and then I'm still suffering from a broken collarbone. I'm in a lot of pain right now. It's time for my annual time to go in for my checkup on my left adrenal tumor. And guys, when I had my last, I was supposed to be having it checked on annually. It's actually been 2 or 3 years since I went and got my workup done, and it grows annually. It's just a matter of time before I have to have a pretty dangerous surgery to get it removed. And the last time I had the workup done, the results were not good. It was producing way too much aldosterone. And the endocrinologist I was seeing at the time said I needed to go on an emergency basis to the Mayo Clinic. And she could not do her job right. It's this short answer of it. She put in an emergency referral to the Mayo Clinic, but she could not finish the paperwork. Her and her staff tried over and over and over to get them to sit down and get it done. Mayo kept calling them saying, hey, you didn't finish this. If this is what you're seeing, she needs to come in right away for this procedure. It's a specialized procedure where they have to do a certain kind of biopsy of my adrenal tumor. The only people who can do it in the state of New Mexico is UNM, and they have done it on 5 patients and lost all 5 patients, from what I've been told. So it needs to be done at the Mayo Clinic, and I never got it done because they never got the paperwork done. So I am about 2 or 3 years out from when it was supposed to be done. So now we're going to get that workup done by another endocrinologist. It consists of a CT scan with contrast and a 24-hour collection of urine where I pee in a bottle and collect it for 24 hours, and they measure my output of aldosterone and cortisone and some other stuff. It's really not so fun at-home testing that I then take to the laboratory. But anyway, so I wanted to give you an update of what's going on, and that's just like skimming the top of what's going on with my own personal medical testing and things like that, to give you an idea of just a hint of what I'm dealing with this Christmas. And that's also with an immediate family member dealing with cancer and going through a first round of chemo and everything else. This Christmas hit us hard. We spent Christmas Eve with family, and that was great. And Christmas Day, my husband and I just stayed home and cried together. Sorry, my dog is pushing the camera. He wants to be a part of everything. That's Jack, our rescue lab, who will likely be trained to be my service dog now. We also lost my 14-year-old lab, Jim, who had been with me forever. He'd been with me for 12 years. Earlier in this year, we lost him in March. So you can see, this is what I'm dealing with in the meantime. This is Jack in my lap. He is 1.5 years old. He's a puppy. But anyway, so I'm on Facebook earlier, and I see this post that is pretty nasty, and it's about how women need to stop letting themselves go, and about how staying at home in your pajamas all day is like unacceptable, and you know, you need to like put on makeup for your man, and like how New Year's is the time to do it. Well, I'm in pajamas that I've been in 2 or 3 days now. My father-in-law gave them to me as my Christmas gift. I got them on Christmas Eve. They're super comfy. Here, I'll show you. They're for the Colorado Rapids, which I learned today is a soccer team. I don't know anything about sports, but they are super comfy pajamas, and I love them. And they have been my source of comfort as I've been crying. My t-shirts from Straight Organics. They actually sent us some CBD for Molly for what we thought was going to be healing from her surgery, and we will be using it actually instead for Mr. Jackers to help with his separation anxiety and some of his rescue issues and anxiety issues from being a puppy. But I was really kind of offended that the idea that women can't be in their pajamas and everything else, you know, being this sick and being chronically ill, and I've also got a tear in my spine and a spinal tumor, in addition to, you know, that I'm on heavy pain meds for every day, in addition to, you know, dealing with extra cerebral fluid on my brain, that's actually crushed my pituitary gland, caused empty sella syndrome, and gosh, guys, this is just like a fraction of my diagnoses that I deal with on a regular basis. One day I'll just like put a list of everything on the page. But yeah, so I mean, pajamas are a regular thing. I mean, I do like to, if we're gonna go leave the house, put on something cute, and you know, that does make me feel a little better about myself, but I also have to give myself permission to stay in pajamas and do self-care and feel comfortable. You know, like, we have our bed upstairs, and I also always have a bed made up on the couch so that I can lay down and just be here, being present in the living room too, because with my epilepsy and everything, I'm not mobile. I'm not able to drive. I don't have a driver's license. I stay at home all day. I'm always sick. I take pills every 6 hours, and then I take another set of pills 4 times a day. I mean, I'm always constantly taking medication. I'm constantly feeling sick. I'm constantly taking Zofran for the nausea from the medication. I'm pretty sick as can be. And so I have to tell myself it's okay to be in your pajamas. It's okay to take care of yourself and do what you need to do to feel okay, because otherwise I would be stuck in this cycle of hating myself for, you know, not being able to put on makeup and be the wife who's looking gorgeous in high heels making dinner for the husband when he gets home. And I've got to be able to be accepting of who I am. I've got hyper dog going on. I've got to be accepting of who I am as a person and what my limitations are, and that's okay. And you know what? Everybody's got limitations, whether it's just time limitations, whether you've got, you know, physical limitations like myself, whether it's that there's only so much time in the day and you've got kids. Everybody's got limitations, and you are who you are, and you do what you can, and you find beauty in other ways, and you can be beautiful and just be yourself at the same time. And you know what, I'm sorry, but there are times that my husband comes home, sorry, toy attack from the doggo, and there are times that my husband comes home and hugs me and kisses me, and I feel just beautiful in my pajamas because I was lucky enough to have this amazing husband. So, dog and a sock monkey. He just has to be part of whatever we're doing. And, you know, you can see my big pile of laundry back there. I'm going to be completely real. But I'm going to go into 2020 being exactly who I am. And, I mean, of course I've got goals for myself, but guess what? Changing out of my pajamas isn't going to be one of them. I'm not going to change who I am to fulfill somebody else's needs and ideas of what's going to make me pretty. Because I got to take care of myself first, and then I'll worry about other people later. So I suggest you do the same. I hope everybody's having a great day. If you need to talk, don't forget we have our group on Facebook. You can reach it through our Ashley and the Abled page. Our group is called Us and the Abled. So feel free to come and talk about whatever's on your mind and just join us. Bye, guys.